Hello, dear Pisces. How are you all? This is Kathy from Divine Debut, and thank you so much for being here. This is your mid-month of May 2020. It's a general and love reading. I do want to thank you so much for your patience and just letting you know there's a lot we're dealing with now. There's eclipses around the corner. There's so many planets that are retrograde. I do hope that you're enjoying the daily readings. Let's take a look at mid-month of May for Pisces, please. Pisces, please, Spirit. Okay, that's... Oh, wow, okay. We've got two cards right there. We've got the Chariot, which is Cancer. We are having an eclipse on the 21st of June in the sign of Cancer. It's at the 0 degree of Cancer before the axis of the eclipses change after 18 months of traveling through Cancer and Capricorn. This is home, this is security. Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. In the recent past, we've got the Hermit, which is Virgo. You've been looking for answers. Okay, you've been looking at your security. You haven't felt secure at all. What is crowning your reading? We've got the Emperor. No wonder you haven't felt secure. The Emperor is tough. This is tough love. Capricorn, Cancer, Capricorn. That's how I see this. This has made you grow spiritually, no doubt. You've been doing your homework. You've been looking at the details. You've grown. You've become the elder, the wiser one. Some of you are getting ready to take charge. Become the emperor of your own lives. What's the outcome? And we've got the Six of Wands. You may have been dealing with someone who was very egotistical, egocentric. You can be successful with whatever you're going to do. Is this love? Is this work? We've got a lot of intelligence here with the Queen of Swords. She calculates everything. Everything is mathematical to her. She does not show emotion. But neither does the Emperor, unless he's short-tempered. Okay, so some of you want to move physically, maybe even emotionally, as you're not feeling very secure. This is what you're aiming for. This could also be moving, taking your projects and your career to another level. Okay, you've been, maybe some of you have been, this could be a teacher, you know, the Hermit. Virgos make fantastic teachers. I do see success wherever you're heading towards. What's at the bottom? And yes, you've been taking time out. Four of Swords. You've had some sort of a disappointment, but you are gathering up your strength, your intelligence, your, how can I say it? You're gathering up the pieces. You're putting in, like you're finishing that jigsaw puzzle, that crossword. You're putting in the last answer. I feel as though that's what's happening here. You're ready to get up and take action with that Ace of Swords that's beneath you. And that is a successful new beginning. Or for those of you that have been brokenhearted, okay, as there was a lot of ego, you've soul searched, you've grown, and now what you're thinking is you're going to take charge of your own life. What's at the bottom here? We've got the Ace of Cups. And this could be also a new love, or something that you love, that you are, you know, with this lockdown, we couldn't do much. So the Ace of Cups is in the past, right? Something went to begin and then there was a moment of pause. So this may have been a new love coming into your life that you've been soul searching to see where you're heading. What's beneath that? And we've got the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is someone that is very in tune with her emotions, very strong psychic ability. Let's have a look at love. Pisces, you are very strong. You are very psychic. Okay, your ruling planet is Neptune. But I feel as though you've been standing more in your... You've had blocks where your intuition is concerned. That's what I feel. Yeah, I'm going to say some of you could also be moving into a business. a business that could be very spiritual, like reading tarot or something like that. Queen of Swords could also be a teacher as well. We've got teacher-student. Let's say we've got two teachers here nevertheless. This could be another side to you. You're doing the mathematics. You're looking at the details, fine-tuning everything. Now I'm going to say, dear Pisces, because I do see Virgo. Virgo is your 7th house of relationships. Where relationships are concerned, you can be quite discriminative. You look at everything closely. And that's what you've been doing. You've been calculating. Let's look at love. And we have, you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. And this is a number 4. Yes, you can become the emperor. You are the emperor of your own life, dear Pisces. And you can succeed in whatever you want to accomplish. You know, the emperor here in your crowning position says that you want to achieve this position as well. Let's have a look at the Lenormand. Okay. There is no limit. I'm going to say the sky is the limit, especially with this 6 of Wands. Whether this is in love, if you are leaving something behind, someone that was quite abusive, unemotional, quite aggressive. And they may have also stepped out of, if you are in a committed or long-term partnership or relationship. We know that the Emperor can be very, he only shows his passionate side, his temperamental side. Right? He hides his emotions. But there is a lot of fire. So that speaks of sexuality to me. He may have stepped out, yes. Let's take a look. Pisces. What does the Lenormand want you to know? You have the compass. So some of you have been looking for your way. You've lost yourself and you've been searching. As I said, soul searching. Looking for the details, looking for your path forward, looking of how you can become successful, looking at how you can find your emotional security, where you can go to do that. Okay, you've had blockages. But this can also mean something that has come to an ending. It is a 21, it is the world. Yeah, you may be living in a mountainous area. Okay. But also with the mountain here, the mountain can speak of hurdles, major struggles for you. I feel as though a lot of you have lost yourselves in this relationship. You've lost yourself and you've been looking for yourself. You've been soul searching, as I said. I do feel that this karmic cycle is ending, and I feel as though as the mountain, there is a lot of strength here. Okay, and the mountain usually reminds me of that Saturnian, that mountain goat that can find its way, find the easy route to climb that mountain, okay, and become the wiser, the elder, and also to see world through different eyes, and that means maturing, a state of maturation. So I feel as though a lot of you have been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort. And we've also got Scorpio here. So this is Plutonian. You've gone through a death and transformation, which hasn't been easy at all. But we know that Scorpio is massive. It changes. The transformation starts from deep within, your deepest psyche. Okay? So we know that Scorpio can also mean sexuality. It can also mean money through other sources. But it is a massive transformation. I feel that that is what is shedding now. It is falling from you. It is coming, the weight is falling from you. It's gone, it's dead. So what's at the bottom? And we've got the garden. So the Garden of Eden. And the Garden of Eden, you know, the possibilities are, wow. It's a number 20. 20 is judgment. Okay, and this is a sudden change, a sudden positive change. This could also mean freedom. Freedom from something that's been heavy and something that's been very burdensome for you. This can also speak of public affairs though, but also success. Okay, and this is also people are going to know about you and your life, and it looks as though you're being given a second chance at life, I feel here. Let's take more cards. It does say you are limitless. You've climbed that major mountain, and now whatever you've created, whatever power Pluto gave you, it's the power to resurrect your life and have goodness with this card. And look at what's beneath here. We've got the ring, which can speak of an offer, but it can also speak of engagement, marriage. Okay. And it also is a cycle, which means you've been over this cycle a few times. And this can speak of a promise, commitment. This is Venus in Libra, finding your harmony after you've suffered losses from a long-term or family situation. Maybe some of you maybe even have had health issues because of that. Let's take a look at the Queen of Swords. And we have the Strength card. So you've had the courage to speak up. You were very patient, and then you lost your patience, and you just blurted everything out. You blurted out the truth. You blurted out your truth. And now it's time for change. We know that the Hermit is a number 9. What comes after the 9 is Jupiter and the Wheel of Fortune. Let's have a look at the Chariot. And we've got the Ace of Swords. Yes, successfully moving on. Taking those reins after disappointment. Okay. Okay, this is, some of you are leaving the past in the past. Okay, this could be water over the bridge. Some of you are, and I'm going to say, you could be forgiving. You could be forgiving someone and just letting them go. Wow. We've got Aquarius here. Pisces, some of you may be on the cusp with Aquarius. Okay, you may have, let's say, your Venus in Aquarius. But we know that the Emperor, both the Emperor and, which is, for me, it is, usually this is, yes, Aries, Taurus. But because I see it as very Saturnian, it's a Saturnian-ruled person or situation. Now, that's why I see it very strongly as Capricorn energy. But this could be an Aquarian that you've been dealing with, of course. But this is saying that you're going to heal after the difficulties of the Emperor. You're going to heal and you're going to become the Emperor of your own life. Okay, you've got 2 4s here. 4s speak of home and security. Let's have a look at that 4 of Swords, which is at the, is the general energy right here. And we've got the 6 of Cups. Wow. 6 of Cups. A soulmate connection. Remember that Ace of Cups that I said? Something came about. Something came about which made you stop and look at your life. Okay. Some of you may have been communicating, even through social media. And this may be, you know, I don't know, with the 4 of Swords. I suppose if you are dealing with an Aquarian, they could be in this energy here. And they're trying to heal from a broken heart. If you've stepped out, if they've found out that you've been communicating with someone, it can go any way. But what I feel here as well, with the Star card, which can mean success. So becoming a star. For those of you that have done the work in the past 18 months, whilst North and South nodes were in Capricorn, which is all about work, and Cancer, which is all about home, you've become the one that's providing the security, the financial and the security through product you've produced. You've created something that you've shown to the world, and there is success here. And don't forget, Leo is also creating something. It's a creative streak. That's what I see here. We do have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups in the recent past means, yes, looking at the past, not looking at the future. Okay? Even the Hermit is looking towards the past. They are looking for things that they missed. This could also be someone having spied on you. Okay, and they're crying, their cups are spilt. You may be putting a knife in their heart, this Emperor, whoever this is. And we've got the Eight of Swords, which opened up here. I was going to take another card. So a sense of imprisonment. Someone felt as though they were blindfolded and they needed to sever ties with what was holding them imprisoned. We've got 10 swords here and another 4, that's 14 swords. That's temperance, which can speak of divine timing. It can speak of being at a distance to your beloved. This may have been a relationship through the internet. And I'm going to say you could also may have been dealing with someone that's got a lot on their plate. There could be someone that's very successful as well, if this is who you are connecting to romantically. But we've got the soulmate card here. Now, some of you may have children. This could be a card of nostalgia. Okay, you could also be dreaming. You may have dreamt of this new love that's coming into your life. And I'm going to say, this is a second chance at happiness. And the world is going to know about it. You're going to bring it out to the world. If you've been dealing with someone and you haven't been able to share this with the world, I do feel that you will be sharing it with the world. Six of Wands is someone that's very successful, and it's someone that is also congratulated. For those of you that have been holding back on what you've been working on, whether this is a love relationship that could be very successful, or you've been dealing with someone that is successful, or maybe this is something you've created and you're going to show it to the world and you've become successful. It does say you are limitless here. I feel as though you're going to show this to the world. And this is another 4 you've got here. So recognize the truth and recognize that you can do anything you want, dear Pisces. That's all I'm going to tell you here. Let's have a look at a couple of messages. A couple of messages that I've handwritten. I will let you put these messages where they suit your own personal situation. And I'm also going to say that because we've got the star here, I'm going to say the sky's the limit, dear Pisces. The sky's the limit, whether this is career or this is love. We've got the mountain here, and I'm going to say the mountain is something that has lasted through many weather patterns, many, earthquakes, and yes, it changes gradually, but it is standing strong. So I feel that you've climbed that mountain, okay? You've proved yourself. Now, it's time for you to recognize that your successes are real, and you have to stop being so humble about them. I think it's time for you to accept that you have succeeded and to know that people recognize that, and just be thankful. That's all. I'm not saying that you're going to have a strong ego or you're going to be egocentric. I think that Pisces is so humble anyway, and they're just very, very generous. Let's take a couple of cards. We've got, I will wait for you for as long as it takes, and another 4. I feel that the love that started, that went to start and then it stopped for whatever reason, We've got Pluto here. We've been dealing with a lot of eclipses, a lot of Saturnian challenges. 2020 has been really tough. So they're willing to wait for you for as long as it takes. And let's take another card. I have so much on my plate. I don't know if I can offer you anything. I have been through a lot. Now that could be a message that was communicated either from the person you're dealing with, or you have been dealing with a lot, and at some stage you could not accept this relationship for whatever reason, whatever obligations. Let's take one more. And I feel that this has got a lot to do with the Emperor here. And we have, I want to marry you, I want to share my life with you. So some of you may have been dealing with a lot, and someone, I would say more than likely, has been willing to wait for you so that you can catch yourself, heal yourself. And don't forget, I did count and I mentioned the temperance. Temperance is about divine timing, right? But it's also the divine that is working on your behalf. Now, some of you, as I said, Sagittarius could also be a foreigner, someone who is at a distance. But we've got two cards of healing. We've got the Four of Swords, the Star. I could even say the Hermit is a card of healing. I think I will leave it at that. Dear Pisces, I want to thank you so much for all that you do. And I want to say the Six of Cups has shown up for many, many signs, maybe all the signs. As we know, with Venus retrograding through the sign of Gemini, people, situations come back from the past, and it's a chance to redo them. Redo them or clear them out of our life, whichever way it goes for you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing, as well as commenting. Much love to all of you. Much healing. Love you lots.